Hi, we are Brady and Bo from the Center for Cultural Psychology at Aalborg University in Denmark, and this is our brief thought. The way individuals relate to psychological to the natural environment is culturally patterned. One main challenge within the Anthropocene seen from our cultural psychological perspective is understanding and encouraging pro-environmental behavior. We will take a departure from a research study we're currently doing, namely a focus on the practices of modern zoos in preserving nature and enhancing biodiversity. We will take as a primary example one Danish zoo called Randers Rainforest, excelling in focusing less and less on exotic species, instead turning their attention to local Danish biodiversity. The examples illustrate the need to search for old Danish cultural practices in dealing with new environmental challenges. Hence, adapting to a new environmental reality is not only a technological matter, it is just as much a cultural, psychological matter of relating to historical practices in a positive way. So here's the example. In the development of zoos, two concepts have been central for understanding the effort of conservation of biodiversity: in situ and ex situ conservation. Zoos have predominantly been doing ex situ conservation by helping preserving animals in habitats not their own. But increasingly a focus on in situ preservation has become dominant as well, primarily through conservation programs directed at animals in their natural habitats, like buying up rainforest and protecting it in Southern America. What is unique for some zoos, amongst them the Danish Zoo Randers Rainforest, is that in situ has been expanded to incorporate the conservation of nature in the local areas of the zoo itself, the Danish nature around the city Randers in this case. Randers Rainforest is located in the brink of a meadow near the river Guden, and the efforts of grazing the meadows has been done using heavy and polluting machinery. The zoo, however, has found another solution. They found and bought up an old Danish livestock, thought extinct because not used within productions anymore due to its low production of both milk and meat. However, these cows have been used for many centuries for grazing in meadow areas because they're pretty small and are able to move around very easily. So instead of using polluting machinery, the zoo is now in charge of grazing parts of the meadows using their livestock. In addition, this boosts the biodiversity through creation of a new ecological circuit involving the livestock. Besides being an example of pro-environmental behavior by an institution not always considered pro-environmental, it exemplifies the need for understanding our common history in an effort of dealing with present and future environmental issues. Historical practices of adapting and engaging with nature can become a significant cultural and psychological potentiality of expanding the space of action possibilities for dealing with environmental challenges, and thereby establishing a new pro-environmental identity in the present by connecting people with their historical past.